Ahoy there, pirates! Amir, or One Falcon, here for Mayor Thief. Since Belle enlisted Merrick's help, the famed shark hunter has proven himself to be quite the hero. Not only did he help secure the Veil of the Ancients, but he also led the efforts to save Golden Sands. He is still the talk of the sea, but unfortunately, it's for less than ideal circumstances. An unknown masked assassin has killed Merrick. Even more concerning, his spirit didn't make it to the Ferry of the Damned. We don't know who did this or why they did it. The only way to understand the masked assailant's motives is to reveal their identity. If you want to help unmask the assassin, you want to take on the Forsaken Hunter adventure as soon as possible. Merrick's fate could depend on it. To complete the Forsaken Hunter adventure, you must restore the assassin's Tattered journal, which will reveal their location. After finding and confronting Merrick's killer, you will complete the adventure and unlock the Mask of Deceit emote. To earn the Investigator of Dark Intrigue title, you'll need to complete all 5 deeds for the adventure. You can see the 5 deeds and your progress towards them in the Adventure tab. There are no checkpoints for this adventure, so you'll need to complete each chapter in one session. The Forsaken Hunter adventure will be available to all pirates from June 30th to July 14th. Unfortunately, after July 14th, you won't be able to partake in the adventure and earn the 2 mementos. So now that we know what we need to do and when we need to do it by, let's get into the step-by-step guide. To start the Forsaken Hunter adventure, you'll need to speak with Lorena at any active outpost across the Sea of Thieves. You can find her just outside the tavern. Once you've found Lorena, speak with her. You'll see several different dialogue options you can select. Choose the last option, Begin Adventure, to let her know you're ready to start. It's important to note that you can't start the adventure if you're actively doing a tall tale. Also, you can cancel the adventure at any time via your ship's voyage table, like you would a voyage or a tall tale. As soon as you choose the Begin Adventure option, you'll begin Chapter 1 of the Forsaken Hunter. Once the chapter is started and Lorena is done sharing the latest regarding Merrick's whereabouts, she will give you a note directing you to Stephen Spoils to look for clues. You can find Stephen Spoils in the Ancient Isles region at the map coordinates L15. With your heading set, jump in your ship and set sail for the seapost. Once you've arrived at Stephen Spoils, it's time to search for clues. Step onto the tiny island and walk to the southeast side of the dock, near the cooking pot. In the corner of the seapost, you'll find a letter from Merrick. Interact with the letter and equip it from your quest radial to read it. The letter appears to be from a friend of Merrick's, and they have urgent information to share with him. The letter also tells Merrick to meet them on the land halfway between Shipwreck Bay and Hidden Spring Keep. The only land this friend of Merrick's can be talking about is the Uncharted island at K9. Get back on your ship and set sail for the map coordinates K9. As you approach this part of the sea, look for an island that isn't on your map table. The Uncharted island here will be the only island inside these coordinates. Park your ship at the island's south side next to Belle's buoy. Then, hop off your boat and make your way to the top of the South Isle. You will find Belle here waiting for you. Speak with her and you'll complete Chapter 1 of the adventure. When you're ready to begin the next chapter, speak with Belle again. This time, choose the Continue Adventure dialogue option to learn the truth of what happened here. Belle will tell and show you, using her lantern, what happened to Merrick. It appears that Merrick was lured here to this desolate island and cut down in the sand. Unfortunately, Merrick's spirit did not reach the Ferry of the Damned, so there's reason to believe he'll be lost forever. The only way to fully understand what happened is to learn the identity of whoever's behind the attack. Belle has found the attacker's damaged journal and thinks it could help shed light on the truth if we can restore it. It won't be easy, but we owe Merrick that much. Belle will give you the attacker's journal and her lantern to help guide you on the hunt for the missing pages. The journal already comes with the first 3 pages, so you'll start with 3 of the 10 you need to restore the journal. You can equip the Tattered journal and Belle's lantern from your quest radial at any time during Chapter 2. To start your hunt, equip the Tattered journal and flip to the last 2 pages. You will see the silhouette of an island and directions to follow an underground river. These 2 clues are directions to Wanderer's Refuge in the Shores of Plenty. Get back to your ship and set sail for Wanderer's Refuge. Park your ship on the North Beach. Once on land, raise Belle's lantern to find a memory of the masked assailant heading inland from the rowboat. Keep Belle's lantern equipped as much as possible. You won't be able to see the footprints and track the masked assailant without it. Follow the assassin's ghostly footsteps from the North Beach towards the central part of the island. Not too far from the start, you'll pass some stone foundations and see a memory of the masked assailant writing in a journal. Lying next to this memory will be a physical journal, one of 5 forgotten journals that you need to read to complete one of the adventure's deeds. All 5 journals will be conveniently located next to the assassin's footsteps. Keep your lantern raised as you follow the footsteps, and we'll be sure to point out the rest of the journals. After reading this journal, continue to follow the assassin's footsteps. They will eventually lead you to the cave inside the large rocky tunnel that cuts through the island. Once at the cave entrance, keep following the footsteps into the cave, and you will reach a large wooden table in the middle of Wanda's hideout. On the table is a skull you can rotate. Interact with it, and the door on the other side of the table will open. Head inside and continue to follow the assassin's footsteps with Belle's lantern. You will finally reach the shrine to Flameheart and see a memory of the Masked Assailant speaking with the Warsmith. Wait for the conversation to end and turn around. Then, follow the footsteps back out of the cave, around the corner to the southwest, and then northeast up the hill, heading inland. As you walk to the top, with Belle's lantern equipped, keep an eye out for 2 palm trees on your right. You will find a memory of the Masked Assailant writing in a journal under the trees. Next to the memory will be the second forgotten journal that you need to read. From the journal, follow the footsteps the rest of the way to the lookout Belle on top of the island. You will find a memory of the Masked Assailant with a shovel. Take out your shovel and dig in the same place the assassin is digging to reveal more journal pages. Pick up the pages and you'll have added 2 more to your Tattered journal. So, you should now have 5 out of 10 pages. Equip the Tattered journal and flip to the last 2 you just recovered. You will see that one of the pages is titled The Forked Conduit. This page mentions the treasury of sunken shores and the cluster of islands southwest of there. The cluster of islands southwest of the treasury is Sailor's Bounty. The other page is titled The Fallen Lord. This page mentions the Coral Fortress and the beachy trio southwest of there. The beachy trio southwest of the fortress is Salty Sands. Each page will have you killing a group of phantoms waiting for you on the respective islands. You can dispatch of each group of phantoms in any order, but you'll need to kill both groups to recover more pages for the Tattered journal and continue the chapter. The group of phantoms you kill last will drop the pages for the journal you need. Get back to your ship and set sail to Sailor's Bounty or Salty Sands. We'll start with Sailor's Bounty. As you reach Sailor's Bounty, park your ship on the southeast beach of the main part of the island. Once on land, equip Belle's lantern to find a memory of the Masked Assailant and more footsteps to follow. Near the start of the footsteps, still on the beach, are several cursed skull piles lying on a large rock. You will find another memory of the Masked Assailant journaling and a 3rd forgotten journal you need to read here. After reading the journal, continue to follow the footsteps up the hill and into the sinkhole in the middle of the island. You will find a group of Brethren Phantoms talking with each other, but keep your guard up. They will soon attack you. Dispatch the Brethren Phantoms to complete the island and update the page in your Tattered journal. If this is the second island you visited, the last Brethren Phantom in the group you kill will drop Phantom's orders for you to pick up. With Sailor's Bounty done, it's time to set sail for Salty Sands. Park your ship on the south beach and follow the assassin's footsteps with Belle's lantern. The footsteps will lead you north. While you are still on the southern part of the island, you will come across a memory of the Masked Assailant writing in a journal. A physical forgotten journal you need to read is right next to this memory, lying against a rock. After you read the journal, continue to follow the Masked Assailant's footsteps to another group of Brethren Phantoms. Just like the last group, these Phantoms will attack you. Dispatch the Phantoms to complete the island and update your page in the Tattered journal. If this is the second island you visited, the last Phantom you kill will drop the Phantom's orders you need. The Phantom's orders you pick up will add 2 more pages to your Tattered journal, so you should now have 7 of the 10 collected. Equip your Tattered journal and inspect the last 2 pages. The pages mention bringing the Golden Sands Mystic to the Eastern Isle and leading her to the shadow beneath the peak. The clues on these pages will direct you to none other than Cannon Cove. Sail to Cannon Cove and park your ship in the cove on the island's west side. Equip Belle's lantern and you will find the Masked Assailant heading inland towards the peak. On your way, you will walk by the beach camp. There is a memory of the Masked Assailant writing in a journal here, as well as the 5th and final forgotten journal you need to read. After reading the journal, keep heading inland to the giant peak on the island. Just below the peak is a group of Brethren Phantoms. After the memory sequence is over, as you might have guessed, they will attack. Dispatch of this group of Brethren Phantoms, and the last one you kill will drop more Phantom's orders. Pick up the Phantom's orders to add 1 more page to your Tattered journal. You should now have 8 out of 10 pages. Equip the Tattered journal and read the last page you collected. This page will mention leaving a note for the weaponsmith at New Golden Sands Outpost. Looks like we're heading to Golden Sands next. Once at Golden Sands, head to the northwest side of the island where the trading company and outpost shops are located. Just in front of the weaponsmith shop will be a scrunched up note on the ground. Interact with it to get the last 2 pages for your Tattered journal. You now have collected all 10 pages and restored the journal. Now that you have restored the journal, it's time to head back to Belle on the Uncharted island at K9. Speak with Belle and let her know that you tracked the assailant to complete Chapter 2. Then, talk with Belle again and choose the Complete Adventure option to start the final chapter. The final page you recovered points to the Sea Dog's Tavern. The Masked Assailant must be lurking there. Before you head out, Belle will add instructions to your quest radial. The instructions include the exact coordinates for the Sea Dog's Tavern. Sail to the map coordinates K12 as soon as you're ready to avenge Merrick. Approach Sea Dog's Tavern and park your ship on the dock on the northwest side of the island. You will see a cloaked figure standing on the pier. Walk up to the Masked Assailant and speak with him to kick off the finale of the adventure. If you don't want the reveal to be spoiled, stop watching here. The reveal is just around the corner, and the final sequence of the adventure is sure to leave some jaws dropped. Once you speak with the assassin, they will reveal themselves to be none other than Amaranta. After taking off her mask, she will then use the powerful scepter to show you that Merrick is still alive but trapped in the Sea of the Damned with the Dark Brethren. This scepter not only shows what is happening in the Sea of the Damned, but it also allows the Dark Brethren to travel freely between the 2 worlds. Belle needs to find out where they are keeping Merrick in the Sea of the Damned before it's too late. The Dark Brethren plans to question Merrick, and he knows far too much information that could harm the Sea of Thieves. Congrats on completing the 5th adventure. Hopefully, we are one step closer to saving Merrick and stopping the Dark Brethren's evil plans. If you have any questions, comments, or interesting stories from the sea, feel free to leave a comment below. See you on the sea, pirates!